There's a smell in my kitchen right now that I wish that I could send through the camera. It's it's vinegar and dill and about 40 pounds of vegetables in various states of being dealt with because harvest has properly landed on us. And the kitchen has been a canning operation for about a week straight, which is actually, you know, that's a decent picture of what life behind this channel actually looks like, at least at the moment. So let me catch you up on all of it. So the harvest is a big story. Everything came in heavier than we expected this year. You know, the beds that we rebuilt earlier in the season, they have been pulling in more than their weight, which is a nice. It's a nice payoff. For all that carpentry that I told you about a while back. But a heavy harvest is its own kind of problem. Stuff doesn't wait for you. When it's ready, and you either deal with it or you watch it go. You watch it go to waste, and I can't stomach watching food go to waste. So my evenings lately have been washing, chopping, blanching, pickling, hauling jars down to the shelves. The old-fashioned way, of course. Same as everything else around here. My hands smell permanently of dill, and I've got a small burn on my thumb from a jar lid. And honestly, I wouldn't trade any of it though. The second thing is, I'm only gonna tease this because it deserves its own video, and it is getting one. I went on a trip recently, a proper trip, to spend a day somewhere that means a lot to what we do on this channel. I came back with a full notebook and my head buzzing, and it honestly kind of rearranged how I think about a couple of the things that we teach here. So that's all I'll say for now. But it's coming. And I think I might be convinced that it's my favorite thing that we've made. So you see, the other job in my time has been rebuilding the compost setup. The old pile situation had gotten kind of lazy. This is like just a heap in the corner that I turned when I remembered to, which was not often enough. So I built a proper 3-bay system out of scrap boards. One bay is for fresh material, one is for cooking, and then one is for finished and ready to use. It took about a weekend, and a sore back to put together, but now the whole operation just flows instead of just, sitting there. And honestly, next season's beds are going to eat well because of it. Yeah. And I've been planning, I've been playing the fall run of videos too, which is honestly, that's probably my favorite, one of my favorite jobs of the year. Sitting down, with the coffee and the notebook, working out what it is that we teach and when, matching it to what you'd actually be doing in your own gardens, at that time. There's a good slate coming, plus some of it grew straight out of questions that you've all been leaving, which is exactly how I like it. One more thing before I let you go, though. Somebody left a comment a while back saying they'd started canning for the first time because of one of our videos. And that there is a big thing. And they said the kitchen now smells like their grandmothers used to. I've thought about that comment probably once a day since I read it. And that's the whole point of this, right here in one sentence from a stranger. So thank you for that one, kind stranger. And thank you all, all of you, for being the kind of audience that makes this feel like a lot more than a job. All right. The jars are calling. There's a batch that needs pulling out of the water bath in about, I don't know, maybe 4 minutes or so. So I'd better move. More's coming soon though, and we're gonna get something special after that.